If everyone would like to join us this morning for a return visit, we have Ryan Patterson, who is the senior pastor at New Beginnings Worship Center, and he's going to open us up.
Let's pray. Father, we thank you today. We honor you for everything that you have done and are going to do for our county. Father, I pray for unity across the board for our elected officials, not just for our commissioners, but throughout the board for every elected official in this county, for unity. I pray for economic development. I pray, Father, that you would just continue to bless our county. I pray for the right decisions to be made, that occurs to make the right decisions. And Father, I pray for each and every person that is addicted in our county, that addiction would lose its control and it would flee out of this county. People would be set free so we'd be a clean county. In Jesus' name.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, let's take a break. Okay, we're back and we're ready to start with motions.
I'll make a motion, we review and waive the reading of the September 17, 2025 minutes.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried.
Upon review of the exonerations as presented by the Nicholas County Assessor, I move to approve accordingly.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried.
Upon review of the state fiduciary matters as presented by the Nicholas County Clerk, move to approve accordingly unless otherwise noted.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
Upon submission of budget revisions received from elected officials and department heads, the Commission will take appropriate action as deemed necessary.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
Upon review of invoices as submitted by various departmental offices, the Commission will take appropriate action as deemed necessary.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now we're going to drop down to the terms of office expiring. We have an opening on October 18, 2025 for a 6-year term that is filled now by Terry Casto. He would like to stay on. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. We have an opening on October 10, 2025 for a 6-year term with the Nettie Levacy PSD for Dave Meadows. He would like to stay on. Do I hear a motion?
I will beg and plead to keep Dave on there. I think they're doing a much better job. Have a long way to go still, but I think that he's very active.
He wants to stay.
So I'll make that motion.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. Mike Hinkle's term is expiring on the Nicholas County Building Commission on October 17, 2025, a 5-year term. He has agreed to stay on. Do we hear a motion?
Make that motion.
Motion on the floor. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. On the Nicholas County Parks and Recreation Committee, Amy Cook's term is expiring on 15 October. It's a 3-year term. She wishes to stay on. Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Motion's on the floor. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
And the other two terms we have on 15 October is Tracy Spencer and Amy Walker. And Amy Walker has agreed to stay on?
Yes.
Do I have a motion on that?
Motion.
Tracy and Amy.
Tracy?
No. Yeah, just Amy.
Just Amy. We have a motion on the floor.
Yep.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
Same with Eugene.
Eugene wants to stay?
Yep.
We have another expiring for Eugene Underwood on 15 October, and he would like to stay. Do I hear a motion?
Make that motion.
Motion on the floor, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
Tracy, I will make a motion to table that. Do we find somebody to replace her?
Okay, Tracy Spencer will table that one. Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Motion on the floor, is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. Nicholas County Health Department, the term of Jordan Dietz is expiring on June 30, 2025, expired on June 30, 2025. We are still in a search for that, we're getting close. So do I have a motion to table that?
Make that motion.
Motion on the floor, all those in favor? Motion is carried. Nicholas County Fire Board, we still have one opening to fill the office space of Angela Evans.
Motion to table that. I think I'll have somebody by next week.
Okay. So there's a motion to table. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion has carried. Okay, public comment. Public comment? There is none. Okay, move right into Mike Moore.
Morning. What's first?
Elevator.
Elevator? Okay. So I had TKE come out and look at the elevators. They're gonna give us a quote on upgrading the ones in this building in the annex. And they also gave me a quote, I haven't got that quote yet, but they did give me a quote to send out 2 technicians to look at the BB&T elevator to see what it's gonna take to get it up and running. That quote's for $8,280 just for a service call, so I don't know what you all wanna do with that. But it's gonna run out soon, so I'd like for you to make a decision. Yeah,
So the $8,000 is to basically come with the 3 elevators.
one elevator, has a BB&T. But, so the thing with that, we can spend that, and we still might have to spend $350,000 to replace everything. Or you could spend this and find out that your jack's good, and that's gonna save you about $300,000. They don't know if the jack's good because there's no power on it, the pressure on it, to see if it'll hold hydraulic fluid or not.
So what is so the $8,000 is roughly, the guy's gonna come a couple days, tear down and go underneath. look
Yep,
at-
check everything out and give us a report of what all it's gonna need in the future.
I think we want to talk about some of that stuff today, so.
Next thing.
Can we conditionally approve that if the long-term plan is to occupy that building soon, that we make additional approval on the amount up to $8,500? So if we want to wait 2 more weeks to get that going. Feasible? So kind of put a roadmap together of what we're gonna do with that building and everything, and make a conditional approval.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
So how to word that. The service call in the elevator over across the building, the BB&T building across the way.
You said 500?
8,500.
Oh.
Yeah, just in case it goes up a couple $100 or whatever the case is, yeah.
All right,
So I'll make that motion that, based on our roadmap that we determined, on the use of the building, that we will move forward with this. It's gonna be a while, we can hold off.
there's a motion on the floor, is there any discussion?
Yes, sir.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
All right, thank y'all. Next thing up is repair of the number 2 and number 3 boilers. So as it stands right now, we only have one really good boiler to fire up at the end of this month. So called Train in, and they've inspected our boilers. We're only gonna be able to get 3 total up and running for this winter through Train. So they can come in and get the other 2 and lint them through the winter for $15,813.
And how do they know that?
They came in, put a board scope in it, like they checked the water jackets inside of, they were here for 2 days inspecting these things.
So they've got a preliminary cost that they feel is what's going to.
Yes.
Okay, they're just not guessing.
No.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, it's a
Igniters and.
Yeah, it's a whole thing in there. Like, depending on which boiler it was.
Gas pack.
Boiler 3, you need to replace number 2 ignition control, or 2 ignition control modules, 2 gas valves, 2 ignition assemblies, and a pressure relief valve. That was $6,636. And number 2 boiler, you need 2 ignition control modules, 2 gas valves, 2 ignition assemblies, pressure relief valve, and repair the burner refractory, which is the material around your burners to keep your fire contained. That one runs about $9,177, for a total of $15,813. Now, in the meantime, Train has lost a technician, and he went to another company, and he got a hold of me and was interested in giving us quotes. So I just got them this morning. So this is Premier Energy Systems from down on the other side of Charleston there. The guy is very familiar with our system. He's the one that's been servicing it for the past 5 or 6 years. So he came in.
To interject real quick, we do not have a warranty that we're going out, we don't talk about that. It's on the boilers themselves.
So this will be this would have a warranty itself if you went this route.
Right, but we're not gonna void a warranty by having an outside company come in with their outside units, that's gonna be an issue with the years.
Yeah.
The HVACs.
With the new units we put in out here.
Right, yeah.
Train will
They're
still
warranted.
do the.
Yes, but those aren't, the boilers aren't. So we have fair game with anybody want to pay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I, right, yes.
The train will still deal with our chiller, if you went this route, you would have a different boiler company.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the thing about it was, I was having a hard time finding a company that had access to train controls, so they could get in there and do the programming. They have access to train controls. They also have their own controls that they would like to put on, which would give us more control here at the courthouse as far as setting parameters and everything like that. So they came in, so Train, they're running for all new system, they're not just fixing right now, for all new system upgrade. 4 boilers and the 2 high efficiencies is $331,927. Premier came in, putting their new controls on, 2 high efficient boilers came in at $212,413. And then they also gave me a quote on replacing 2 boilers into 1 boiler right now, as opposed to repairing the one for $16,000, and that came in at $112,952.
So 3 boilers for 300 plus.
You would get Train or Premier. Premier, they would do the same as Train. We have four boilers right now. They would upgrade those, and we would only have 2 at that time. So we would go from a 4 boiler system to a 2 boiler system. They'll plumb all that in, get it all ready and up and running
For $119,000 cheaper.
for $119,000. And then you don't have to deal with Train on your boiler system after that for $16,000 to $18,000 a year with their contract.
So if we ask Premier to run us through this winter, we've got some grants and things to do, would it still be the 16,000, or did he give you a quote?
So they won't let us through. Right. They'll replace 2 of them and with 1 for $112,952, or Train can let us through for $16,000. Which you're going to upgrade these boilers, I would imagine. You know what I mean? So throwing away $16,000, you're not screwing it. I know the money's exponentially different, but
I'd make a motion that we go with the Train to limp us through the rest of the year for $15,813. And when we look at replacing those, we would still be $103,000 to the good if we actually decide to go with Premier on the long run. The concern I would have is that we are trying to put this in motion in October 1st, and we'll probably be on those boilers pretty quick. Yeah, heat, so if they can get us through.
It's quicker to patch than replace.
At this point.
Be a big job to get them in and
I was
out.
gonna say if it was July, maybe we'd have a different rate.
Yeah.
We could actually do that.
So what, does the Premier, did they even look at patching up? Or
they won't because it's Train stuff.
Okay, okay. So what system would they be putting in?
Premier. Sorry, I just got this morning. I haven't read through everything.
And the question I have, since those systems interact, heat and cooling, then sometimes we're on heat and cooling the same day. Is there a switch, a valve, or is there something that?
It's all automated through the Train controls.
There's not a potential for them to start doing the finger pointing game and say, that's on them, we don't touch that.
No, it'll
There's
all-
an intermediary basically.
Yeah, it'll all
Okay.
still work
It's been
together.
clean line.
Okay.
If we were to replace just 2 with 1 right now, like I said, they have Train access, so it would be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Premier, furnish and install 1 million BTU boilers, or it doesn't have the name right. Yeah. And those things are 97% efficient. The newer ones, the ones we have now, are about 60 to 70% efficient.
So we'd see a savings in utilities.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor to
Except the
do
Train.
what we need to do to get through the winter, to revisit this. Is there any discussion?
Yes, sir.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
Right. Next thing up, lighting upgrade. So we got finished with that, everything's looking good. I patched all the holes, we're already downsized some lights, got all that painted up there this past week. Ben Simpson got a hold of me, he did have some overrun on that project where he ran into a few things that he wasn't expecting. So he sent me an invoice for $17,000, but his overruns was about $3,624. He just wanted to know if the commission would be willing to cover his overrun, so he's not in the hole on this job.
Maybe the thing to do on that is have him to, basically ask for a change order,
Okay.
for it and with an explanation of it.
Sure.
And then we can look at it and adjust it in that detailed change order.
Sure will. Because we're looking at, what, $36,000 worth of lights for $3,000? Is it 10?
Yeah, let's get a detail on it.
Okay, not a problem. And next thing up, so we're getting ready to sign contract papers on this SQP project for the sewer upgrade here in the building. With that, we're gonna step up to a 2-inch water main. We got the pricing from Somersville Water Department for our pit and our water meter. We need to go ahead and vote on that so they can get that ordered up. The total on that's gonna be $7,053.60. $2,250 of that is gonna be for the pad and the enclosure. 4,803 of it will be for the actual meter and the work and all your little parts inside of it.
And I'll put it back up.
Yeah, we're gonna move it around the backside of the building actually. Too big to keep where it's at now. High traffic area.
Try.
Yep.
Put it under the steps.
Right there.
Somewhere there.
So we're gonna have to extend our receiving end around there on us, right? Double
So,
meter end.
yeah, but we've already covered that with SQP. They'll set that meter, and then I think they're just gonna trench around the side where it goes in right now, as opposed to trying to go through that crawl space and all that, and just
Yeah.
plumb right back into where we're at.
So we just go ahead once it was all done, ready to go. And I know there was some discussion about being able to bring that up from a 1-inch to a 2-inch systematically over minutes, hours, days, in case there's anything in here that wouldn't handle full pressure.
We'll have to break that later on.
Yeah, so you can actually bring it up slowly, okay.
So we just don't blow everything.
Right.
Which one?
Yeah.
Like on a-
That's a good idea. I never
Yeah.
thought of
I
that.
think
I was
somebody's
getting ready to ask
mentioned
that question.
Yeah.
Is there a motion on the floor for that?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor for the water upgrade with the city of Somersville. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
That's all I have, appreciate it.
Stay available.
Yeah.
Can talk about some things later. Okay, so moving on down at the request of myself, apparently. Discussion concerning an executive assistant. Is that what it's called? Executive director or extended?
Grant writer,
Grant writer.
director of grants and executive assistant.
Okay, who'd like to begin? Bear with me. We are looking to upgrade, our, our management of, our responsibilities, help with the management of our responsibilities by, bringing on a full-time grant writer, as well as an administrative assistant directly under the commission, to handle some issues such as financial, so to bring in some financial situations to manage them a little better. Gary, would you like to go with that?
Yeah, it seems like the trend across the state, definitely across the United States, is a heavy reliance upon grants for municipalities and county governments, even state governments. We're all relying on federal dollars nowadays. And I think that's somewhat by design, which is why the federal government has a earmark program and congressionally directed spending CDS program. So with that being in mind, I think we took into consideration that we are probably not going to back off of that approach to most of what we need in the county government. They definitely carry a heavy burden financially on new cruisers, upgrades to the courthouse. We're looking at probably, I think we'd applied for $5 to $7 million this year, probably about the same last year and the same year before that. I think last year we received about $5 million in federal assistance. The year before that was $2 or $3 million, and hopefully we'll get another couple, $2 or $3 million this year. But by design, I think we're going to have to probably be more proactive and take a a little different approach to how we manage county finances and the assistance that we bring in. So we had talked about bringing in a full-time executive assistant / grant writer who would deal with all the reporting, the applications, tracking, prioritizing, as well as database spreadsheets and things like that, that I think would probably be justification of, or justify needing a person for that position exclusively.
So are we looking for this person, not only grant writer, but some HR?
I would say, I mean, like
an
we-
HR person plus the,
There's some, I know each of us sit on some of the statewide boards we have, and, you know, we're being solicited for information numbers, tracking, our jail bills going up and down, our calls going up and down. There's just a lot of databases and spreadsheets. I think administratively, that would serve us very well in the long run. But basically, we can go ask for something, or we can prove that we actually need that assistance. There's some debates going on now with the Regional Jail Authority at the state level as to how to minimize costs, but what they're doing right now, the thing they've done so far is shift those costs over to other areas. I'm just trying to give one example here. They're trying to shift them to the municipalities, shift them here, shift them there. Collectively, if all the counties can come together and start providing that sort of information in spreadsheets and databases, we can show the state like, hey, this is a huge burden on us. The state's shifting a lot of financial responsibilities back to the counties, and we're trying to basically prove across the state that we don't have the financial resources to do that. And one of the things we're looking to do, which I think would be a good thing for us is at this county level, is you want to take a dollar and say, this is where this dollar comes from, the pieces that it comes from, and here's what we're statutorily obligated to spend. You know, if you take a dollar from that we actually bring in on personal property taxes, 74 to 76% of that goes right back out to the Board of Education. Another percentage we are statutorily obligated to pay to new NRGRDA. Another percentage we go out to the jail bill. Another percentage we go out to. There's just all these percentages that go out, and I'd say that out of a dollar, we're probably left with somewhere between 12 or 13 cents out of each dollar that we have a little bit of control over, and that margin is drastically minimizing as a state. Because we've all seen what's unfunded mandates on us. So we have to have a higher level or a deeper dive into how our finances are acquired and spent. It's going to be pretty extensive.
and it's not, we're not trying to create a position to take our responsibilities away. It's just something to help us do our responsibilities.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be some pretty extensive databases and research and compiling some reports and statistics and things like that. And it's, like I said, it's a statewide trend. I think we're just going to lead the efforts on this, and then it's something, we can go back and say, we've dedicated somebody full-time to this, just to show that, the financial need. And plus, we're probably, how many grants are we submitting each year-ish?
At least like 30.
Okay.
If you count the CDS request, even more, because each application goes to 3
Correct.
different people and tailored to them. So we're doing a lot.
Yeah. And then you have the administrative side of that, when you do the grant administration, then that's all the follow-up, the updates,
Oh, yeah.
and all that stuff.
Yeah, all the reporting
Yep.
and, yeah.
So it's basically, it's became a full-time job. And we do that, or we back up and we look at excess levies. I know there's at least one county I know of, they have an excess levy. We looked at that, it was almost like 10% of their, it was about, was it $300,000 or $400,000 excess levy out of about a $3 million, sorry, about a 1%. Yeah, so excess levies would be our other route, and we definitely want to do that.
Well, the excess levy, you put it on the citizens.
Correct.
Not putting it on-
Correct. So we can prove out, that we just don't have the money anymore, and we're going to have to go to our citizens for even more than we have to at the current time. So it's going to be a cost savings to the citizens of Nicholas County.
Yeah, no, I agree with this proposal. I mean, I don't think we have a choice, in my opinion, especially when it comes to grants, but also executive assistant to, help us with a little bit of, outreach here and there, and more involvement in some of the committees that we actually don't sit on. That could be something that this person could help us with as well. 911 has its own facility now. We've gained some more real estate. We need to get rid of some real estate, so on and so forth. And so, you basically have one more person helping us keep it all together. So we come to these meetings and we are prepared and well informed.
yeah, definitely PowerPoint presentations, spreadsheets, databases, all that type of stuff is, it's kind of at a premium and demanded. And basically, if you don't come, in my mind, if you don't come with that sort of information, you're not taken serious. You're just, either complaining or hoping that you get something that you can't really justify that you need.
And this person, we will be able to farm that person out to some of these other boards that we're responsible for, or something like that, to help them with grants.
Yeah, I think this will actually help more so.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
That would be,
Yeah, like we had Deer Creek came in, they
Right.
had some sewer issues, and we, our only course of action at that point was to tell them to go figure out how to write a grant. I don't mean that disrespectfully towards them. It's empathy and sympathy going out, but we could actually provide more hands-on to our partners in the county.
is this a position we'll have to post an interview, or can we hire from within? We know the answer to that.
Being a new
Oh, it's
position.
an interview, right? So you don't think? Oh, okay, yeah. I guess that would be
Being a
the
new position
assumption.
being created.
We need a job description first.
Yeah, job description and probably posting.
I think so.
Yep.
I agree with
Let's
that.
go with the safest route.
Okay, so do we have a motion to proceed with the job description of this job as well as posting it?
I'll make that motion.
There's a motion on the floor, is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
What would the salary be?
We don't know. You just got all the information we have.
Yeah.
So once we get a job description together,
We'll have to
we can
coordinate
determine the educational requirements and the expertise and level of, all that, and then I think we can come up with a salary at that point. Reach out to our partners in other counties.
Did you get your doors? Have you got your doors up?
No, they're in my building.
Oh, my doors.
They're painted. They're just not hung yet.
Would you like to file a complaint?
I know he's a busy man. It's okay.
When we get a new assistant, you can complain. Okay, is there any commissioner comments?
Happy birthday
Oh,
to the
yeah.
most honorable County Clerk Robert Payne.
Oh, happy
Happy birthday,
birthday.
I'm just one day late, but I feel like it's
Aw.
close enough. I know. Day late, $1 short, but that's okay.
Okay, you have anything?
Just, we have these boards, and folks, if you guys want to be an active part of county government, I know some counties, they literally have so many people applying for boards that they have to do interviews. We actually did, and I appreciated that when we put, this is the last gentleman we put on, hey, let's see.
Brandon Jones.
Brandon Jones.
Yeah.
So we had 4 or 5 people, I think, at that point in time. And it's nice to have some folks to pick from that want to be engaged and have that expertise or some sort of skill base that brings value to the boards. So we have a plethora of boards that we appoint to, and if you guys want to be involved and do something, I guess I'm just going to say other than gripe and complain about the decisions that are made, take an active role in county government. Oh, yeah.
PSDs, fire boards, libraries,
It's a bunch.
there's all kinds of options.
The only thing I want to say is to Commissioner Roberts, who goes way beyond and above this job. And sometimes Garrett and I have a lot of other things we do and things like that. And I'm glad we have somebody like Garrett that makes us all look good. But you do get way involved, and we really appreciate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I always figure you guys are the smart ones, so I gotta work my back.
Nah.
Literally.
We're just hoping you don't figure it out.
Right.
Gary's already in high gear, don't let him tell you
Well,
otherwise.
that's what, back labor.
Okay, the only thing is do we have a motion to go into executive session? Our legal counsel would like to discuss it.
Should I run?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll make a motion to go into executive session pursuant to West Virginia Code 6-9A-4B, concerning legal and deliberative matters. It is 9:42 a.m. and requested only the commission, legal counsel, clerk, anybody else you want one, retain in the room.
And motion on the floor, is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
In progress.
Okay, we're back on. Do we hear a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to exit executive session, pursuant to West Virginia Code 6-9. It's 10:08 a.m. No decisions were made during that time.
There's a motion on the floor for discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
No. Anything else from the commissioners?
Nope.
Make a
Motion to
motion
adjourn.
to adjourn this regularly scheduled meeting of the Nicholas County Commission. It is 10:08 a.m.
Motion on the floor, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.